Are you considering becoming a subcontractor? As a solopreneur, it's a great option. And we're going to talk through and give you 4 specific things to keep in mind. And stick with it at the very end, I got something for you. As entrepreneurs and business owners, we know that if we have a clear plan, anything becomes possible. And if you can have a clear plan, a clear process to create that plan, and a way to create clarity with your partner or spouse, you can drive to amazing heights. All right, so if you're thinking of becoming a subcontractor and you're currently a solopreneur, right on, man, good for you. It is a great way. It has never been easier or safer to start your own business. And you can do it all, prep work, a whole bunch of it, before you actually decide to jump in, before you spend 1 penny. And that's what we do here at the Solopreneur channel. So with this, the 4 things that you need to consider if you're gonna be jumping in as a subcontractor for someone. The first is, look, make sure you guys share values. Now, I know this sounds silly, but it's really, really important. It's irregardless of who you're working with. When you think about these things, think about the values, things that you value, and make sure that they're in alignment with the person that you're going to work with. If, for example, you really value integrity, you really value helping customer service, those things are really highly important to you, but the person you're subcontracting with is just about the money and they don't care and they're kind of an ass, I'm not saying you can't run your business that way, but if you do that, you are destined to have a conflict with this person. If you're the type of person that's pretty good with where you are most of the time from relationships, and these guys don't care, they turn and burn them, you're not gonna wanna do this. So make sure that you think about, hey, is this somebody that I would actually like working with? Just because it makes financial sense doesn't necessarily mean that it's the right business sense. All right, so the second thing is make sure that when you do decide we're going to work together, that you sit down and you clearly define a shared definition of success. What does success look like for them? Then ideally they're going to say, what does success look like for you? But making sure that you guys are on the exact same page. Because if your idea of success, well, the job's done, fair enough, it's done. And their idea of success is, well, the job's done, all the trash's been removed, everything's been cleaned up, people are very happy, and you filled out a form that says, that's a testimonial. It's not that big of a difference, but it can be a major difference depending on who you are. So making sure that you're 100% on the same page with how are you determining what success looks and are they on the same page? All right, so the first is make sure we share the values. Second, that we share a clear understanding of the definition of what success looks like. And then the third is let's make sure that we understand the mechanics, that we have expectations that are the same for both sides with the mechanics. So if you say, hey, yeah, I'm willing to do this, I'm going to come in and do this work at this price, and they say, great, we're going to have you sign this, and you just sign it, but you didn't actually take the time to look at it, well, maybe you didn't realize that you needed certain types of insurance or bonding or a variety of different things, and they put that in the contract, but you want to know that in advance before you quote a price. Because if you have to get bonded or licensed or insured or any of those other pieces that you don't currently have, doesn't mean it's insurmountable, but you need to fully understand what are the expectations around any sort of professional licenses? What are the expectations around when the timing is? If you expect that I've got the next 3 weeks to do this, and they don't care, you're only allowed to do it at night after 5 o'clock, and you can't start until tomorrow, but it needs to be done in 3 days, hey, again, this is a blend of determining what success is, but be really clear on timing. What are the expectations on the timing? Make sure that you're also crystal clear on the timing with insurance and with payment. So insurance is what are the insurances you need? What are the insurances they have? Because sometimes even if they're a subcontractor or they're contracted, they may be obligated for certain types of insurance. And when it comes to payment, especially if you're doing sort of construction pieces or things like that, there's things called retainage. I know some companies that may have to sit on retainage, 5 to 10% of the job, that they don't get paid on until the job's completely signed off on. And that could be up to 12 months away. So if you say, look, I'm going to do this is the rate I'm doing it, I expect that I'm going to get full payment within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 weeks at a time. If they're expecting, well, I'll pay you when I get paid, that could be 60 days, 90 days out. So making sure that you have a clear understanding of what that is for the payments is important. So that's the third thing, is making sure that you have shared expectations, especially around the mechanical pieces, the financial pieces, the timing pieces, any professional licensing, bonding type of things, and your payment. And then lastly, to have a really good relationship, it's sort of like saying good fences make good neighbors. Well, a good agreement makes for great subcontracting agreements, or great relationships. With that in mind, outline these things. Make sure you have an ongoing list. And when you get their agreement, make sure it's in there. Make sure you guys are on the same page. Document it so that you have it, and ideally you never have to do anything with it. But if you do, fair enough, you do, but you got it documented there and you have a leg to stand on. You can go have that conversation. It'll be easier. All right, so ideally you found some value. I appreciate you sticking with me the whole way through. Tell you what, if you're interested and you're willing to give me a testimonial, I'll give you the course, the Aspiring Solopreneur course, for free on me. Yep, no questions asked, only for the first 5 people. But if you can email me directly, the letter K at entadv.com. Let me know and we'll give you the course. Hey, thank you so much. Have fun. Keep smiling.